Alrighty then. Well, we're going to try this again. We've been having a lot of good discussion on this mystery cabinet here. This is, I guess this would be termed a stereo cabinet. And we're trying to determine what kind of wood this is made out of. And as I kind of alluded to, I didn't really want to come out and say it right away, because I feel like when you give when you provide a clue, then kind of sometimes people tend to go along with that. So I didn't want to say, but as I said later, I think this thing is supposed to have been made out of teak, and I know teak is a very expensive and rather hard to work with wood, and everybody that works with wood knows about that. So to my thinking, I'm believing this is probably not going to be teak. Several folks have said mahogany, and by looking at some pictures of mahogany on the internet, thinking you may be on the right path there. So anyway, I've got this time around, actually I realized that there's some unfinished parts of this cabinet inside of it. So I've got my trouble light out and using an antique extension cord there. Alright, so we're going to get in here and take a closer look at this. And somebody want to look at the top of this, but the top of it looks exactly like the sides. There's no difference in it. And there's been a lot of discussion about these doors. So hopefully we'll take a closer look at them and give some more detail on that. So let's get going on that. And you know, there's been a few suggestions that possibly this is morning wood, and that sounds good. I like the idea of that, and I wish I had this much morning wood, but I don't think that's quite it. It's funny nevertheless. So let's take a look in here, and we'll start out by looking at I'll try to get this light positioned in a good way, but let's take a look here. This is obviously the same wood as you're seeing here, but inside of it's not been finished, looks like, at all. So maybe we can get a better look at this detail of this grain. It has, like I said, it has when you're looking at the wood, it has a distinct pattern, and I hope maybe the camera can pick that up. You see how it's really got a kind of a texture to it, and it's not just where it's been finished here. I don't know what the finish is, some sort of stain and something else possibly, but it's definitely sorry about this light. This thing's not the easiest thing to use, but when I run my fingers across this, my fingernail will actually almost catch on this. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's an artifact of just the cutting the wood or what. We'll look over here. This is another unfinished section. And I'll try to get up as close as I can to it. Kind of give you a comparison without too much glare. That's the color of the wood in natural, I would say. It's a lot lighter. I think possibly this stain was throwing a lot of people off, or a few people off at least. And I would say probably there's probably at least a couple different kinds of wood going on here, because this is well, I don't know, but this is the shelving part of it, and this looks like this may even be a different kind of wood here as well. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at that and I see layers in there, so I think that's some sort of layered wood, so I think we can discount that, not even worry about that. There's more up here. So maybe this is easier, like I said, it'd be easier for folks to kind of see what the wood looked like without being much done to it, put on it. And again, we'll go over the doors if you'd like to. door up, take a look at the edge. I see somebody said they figured this is a veneer, and I actually do see I see a line right there. So the door, you know, and that's not surprising. I mean, that would be very difficult to put out of a solid piece of wood. But let's take a look. Now, when I stand here and look at this, back of this, what's kind of interesting is when we look at the top of this surface of this door right here. Now, obviously, there's a line on the outside edge. This you see, you know, that way out there, and that's the latch. But what's kind of interesting about this, I don't know if they've just did this. I'm not a woodworker, obviously, and I don't know if this is just because that they did such a good job of this, but I see a repeating pattern here, obviously repeating. See if we can get a good look at this. You see that there, you see a section here, a section there, a section there, and a section there, and then another section. So we've got 5 sections here that I mean, I see a line in it right there. I'm sorry, like I said, this light may not be helping things much, but I'm trying to get it where it'll reveal that. Yeah, there you can see it. I definitely see a line there on this side, and the same as on this other door behind me, but I don't see the line repeat up here on the top surface. Hang it. Sorry about that. But anyway, I don't see that line repeat up here. I don't know. So how this door was constructed, that's pretty fascinating. So see that you can definitely see that there. To me, it is not. I don't know. Maybe I don't see that being one piece. That looks to me like that's the exact same pattern that was just repeated 5 times there. So I think it's probably a real. Yeah, well, I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of anything anymore. Here's some more wood in here that's natural. I hope this is maybe showing this. I'm trying to get the color of it here for you. So these panels here in the front, these right you see going on, these are essentially just, they're not the same kind of wood, I don't think, because they are they got a layer in there. See how it looks like it's layered? So that's, I guess, some kind of plywood. Maybe it's plywood. Somebody was saying maybe that's plywood. It's made out of good wood. I don't know. But this monster, I'll tell you what, it is. I mean, it is solid. It's a solid piece of furniture. So. It's actually split. This section here from up goes. It's its own piece, and then the bottom with the doors down there. We never really looked at that, but it's looks close to the same kind of. Sorry about the glare there. Same kind of wood. And here we go again. We've got a repeating pattern on this door too. So, and as I was saying in the comments there, that I don't really have any knowledge of who made this, where it was made, or anything. The only thing I found on this that provides any clue to it whatsoever is this, which I will turn the camera upside down. Now I can't figure out where I'm at. There we go. Pan American. I'm sure that used to be Pan Am Airways. So. There's a piece that got kind of peeled right there. Oops. Sorry about that. I didn't do good on my camera. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, comments are welcome. As long as they don't concern my video skills. So, thanks for taking a look, guys. Let me know what you think, and we're gonna wrap this thing up pretty soon. So, we'll look at this video, and then I'm just gonna get a consensus and go with it. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one.